What is happening, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about what to do when you come back off holiday after you've just dieted, got in fantastic shape, gone on holiday, eaten everything in sight. You know, you went on holiday with a good intention of maybe trying to stick to your diet, but you all know as soon as you get there, you go, screw it, everything goes out the window, and you're eating everything that is in sight. I know, I've just come back from a week's holiday in Mallorca, Spain myself, after being on a 10-week diet, thereabouts, losing 10 pounds leading up to that holiday. And I said the same thing myself. On this holiday, I'm going to try and be a little bit better with my diet than I normally would be. But that went out the window pretty much on day one. I was having excessive amounts of pastries from this local cafe, which do the most insane pan au chocolats, if that's even how you say it. And then these like cream Danish things, which is basically like a custard Danish, but tastes absolutely insane. And because I couldn't decide if I wanted the pan au chocolat or the Danish or the pecan, I would just have all three because you know what? Screw it, I'm on holiday. But here's the problem is that then when you come back from holiday, this is where things go wrong for most people. You went on holiday, you dieted, you got in great shape, felt good on holiday. Now you've eaten whatever you wanted on holiday, you've come back and you're in that kind of post-holiday slump where your eating habits are probably still a little bit in holiday mode and you're struggling to get back on track. And now a lot of this comes down to the fact that leading up to the holiday, you had a clear, defined goal and target to get to. You had accountability of the fact that you are now going on holiday. Like me, one of the reasons I started the diet that I wanted to try and lose that weight, to try and get in better shape, was because I knew I'm going to be pictured a lot half naked. Now, not for some photo shoot. But because I'm going to be in swimming trunks most of the time for the next 7 days. And Katie likes to take a lot of pictures of the family. So I wanted to be in shape that I'm happy with in those pictures. So it's given me a clear, defined goal, as well as the accountability that there's going to be pictures to prove whether you were in shape or not. And one day I'm going to have like grandchildren who are probably looking back on pictures going, wow, granddad, you used to be in pretty good shape. What the hell happened to you now? And the problem lies that when you get back off that holiday, you don't have that clear, defined goal anymore. It's like, you know, I'm back from holiday and now we're starting to creep into winter and I'm going to be wearing more clothes. The weather's going to start getting colder and worse. You know, it's like slowly those bad eating habits have crept back in because of holiday, and they continue for a little bit post holiday, and then gradually they creep back in until you just fall completely back to your old ways. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, you want to try and avoid it. You've worked really hard before your holiday to get in great shape. Why then come back from holiday and just revert all the way back to that version of yourself before you went away? Here's what you need to do. You need to find another goal now to focus on post-holiday. Leading up to the holiday, you had that fat loss, you had the accountability of the actual holiday in the pictures. So what's it going to be now after your holiday? Me, myself personally, although I got in good shape relative to myself and relative to my starting point for my holiday, I still wasn't 100% happy with the shape that I was in and wanted to be even leaner. But I think that's a common thing. You know, we're always going to strive to achieve something, and then particularly when it comes to going on holiday, you're never truly going to be happy with the result you got. You're always going to think, I probably could have done better, I probably could have got in better shape. But now I've come back from holiday, my goal is I'm going to continue with my diet for a bit longer. I've had that kind of post-holiday couple of days. Diet's not been great. Actually caught like a cold on the flight on the way home. So I've been bunged up and feeling pretty crappy. So kind of allowed myself then to have a few more days of not really being that great with the diet. Started to get back into training again. And now my goal is going to be get back on the diet and try to get leaner again. Maybe lose another 5-6 pounds, get to the sort of shape that I wanted to be in for holiday. And then what I'm going to start doing is bringing those calories back up to maintenance and maybe slightly over into a surplus if necessary, and focus on building muscle and getting bigger. So that is going to be my goal now for the next however many weeks, and then heading into the winter. So I've given myself a clear objective and goal with what I'll be doing with my diet. First of all, going into a deficit again, focusing on trying to drop body fat, keeping track of that, keeping track of how my body changes. When I reach a point where I feel good and happy, then I'm going to start bringing that up to maintenance and start focusing on trying to build and grow muscle. And that's given me some clear goals to work on. This is the thing you've also got to think about, is that if you had to diet really hard to get in a reasonable shape that you're happy with for this holiday, what you don't want to do is go back to all of your old ways, all of your old habits, regain that weight and some more. Then come next summer, when it's time to go on holiday again, all of a sudden you've got to go on that diet, but you've got even more work to do because you allowed to yourself to get even more out of shape than your previous year's starting point. You want to try and maintain some of that leading into next year. So when you go on that next holiday, actually you can get in even better shape than the year before. Now maybe you've had that holiday kind of post-holiday blues and that kind of blowout. Don't let it go on for too long. Nip it in the bud before it gets too out of control. Let it go on for maybe a week, but that's maximum, because at the moment in that time frame, you're still aware that you're not being as good as you were pre-holiday and you need to take some kind of action, and things are slipping in the wrong direction, but you're still in a position where you can nip that in the bud and get back on track before all of those old habits creep back in. The thing is with dieting and trying to change your lifestyle is you have to put a lot of effort and work into actually building new good habits that are going to lead towards the goals you want. But it's so easy to fall back into your old habits the moment you let things slip. So nip it in the bud before those habits kick in, and set yourself some new goals to work through in the winter that still gives you that motivation to be conscious and doing something with your diet, and to start focusing more on something to do with exercise, where it could be trying to get stronger, trying to build more muscle. It could be trying to work on running or improving your 5K run time, but some kind of goals so that you don't completely allow things to slip. You've also got to remember is that it takes a heck of a long time to build the body you want. You can't just do it in 10, 12 weeks leading up to your summer holiday. You need to build and put in work for year upon year upon year, so that then when you come down to maybe stripping those last bits of body fat for that summer holiday, you're going to be in the best shape you've ever been in. So you also need to look at things more of the longer game, that there is a long-term process here. And I mean, I've been at this myself personally now for like 10 years, actually longer than that. I've been going to the gym since I was 16. I'm 34, so God blimey, nearly 20 years. With, some peaks and troughs in there of like 18, 19, 20 of going down the pub and, not focusing on that stuff, because that's what you do at that age, is you go out, you get pissed, you get hammered. So, some peaks and troughs, but in general, I've been exercising, going to the gym for nearly 20 years. And I'm still at a point where I feel like, I could have looked a bit better. I could do a bit more. It's a constant evolving process of trying to improve your body and work towards things. And this is why it's important for you to set goals. Do not fall into that post-holiday slump. Do not allow that work that you put in before your holiday to go to waste and for you to just go all the way backwards. I always say to clients that, leading up to your actual summer holiday, maybe you want to get unreasonably in shape. So, I want to try and get as close to shredded as possible, but I know that I probably won't be able to maintain that look all year round, but that's okay. I'm only doing it for this short period of time. And then what I might do is be sort of between 5 and 10 pounds off of that. That's okay. If you go into the winter and you're sort of 5 to 10 pounds off of what your summer shredded in shape looks like, then that's fine. But if you've gone into this summer holiday and you've lost a couple of stone, but really you're still a good few stone away from where you need to be, then don't let things slip and go completely backwards. Make sure you are setting those goals, working towards those targets, and looking at the bigger picture of, like, if I keep this up now, imagine what kind of shape I could be in on next year's summer holiday. And of course, it's not that easy to do on your own. So if you do need any help, then head to one of the links in the description where you can get 30 days of free coaching from myself, where we will help you map out your diet and give you a plan to work towards so that you can actually be heading in the right direction. Also, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button if you found this video useful, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.